the orange band is available. Remember, is visible. And remember that videos, pictures should not be posted on unsecure websites, but they can be posted on a secure club website. I would remind all swimmers and coaches and staff walking around pool areas and inspect the sitting with teams that masks must be worn at all times. Swimmers should have their masks right up to and including the marshalling area, and should replace their masks when they have left the pool. So we'll get started just shortly, as I said. Our referees this afternoon are Elizabeth Fitzsimmons and Mike Flynn. Our starter is Lindsay Hamilton and David Dixon, alongside Mark Scott. So we have 7 events this afternoon. We will be starting with event 401, the mixed 800 free. And that will commence in the next few moments. So before we get started, just welcome everybody who's tuning in to us this afternoon on the live stream. The commentators this afternoon are Robert Taylor, Stuart Stevenson, and myself, Jackie Smith. I hope you enjoy the afternoon's viewing. And we'll start just shortly with the Heat 1 of 3 of event 401, the mixed 14 and over 800 meter freestyle.
Okay, this is the first event of our afternoon session, event 401. And this is the mixed 14 and over 800 metre freestyle, lane 0, Dean Bargatti from Hamilton. 1, Ayla Cochrane from City of Glasgow. 2, Freya Beaton from City of Glasgow. 3, Coco Croxford, Glasgow. 4, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. 5, Adam Thompson, Kilmarnock. 6, Emma Craney from Cumbernauld. 7, Ewan McLeod from Lanark. 8, Yusuf Ibrahim from City of Glasgow. And 9, Anna Lee from Stirling. So a mixed event here, as you'll have heard. Going out in front at the moment in lane 3 is Coco Croxford. Sorry, that's so we're just waiting on confirmation of who's actually swimming in lane 3, because it's certainly not Coco Croxford. Also going well in lane 7 is Ewan McLeod, who has come in as the reserve to this event. So it's swimmer in lane 3 going well. We'll just get confirmation of who that is. It was supposed to be Coco Croxford swimming lane 3, but swapped out with another swimmer, also from City of Glasgow. So we'll just get confirmation on who that swimmer is. So I've just received confirmation of the swimmer in lane 3. It's Oliver Cartwright from City of Glasgow. So Oliver was a reserve swimmer, and he's come into this event, hence the little mix-up there. So apologies for that. So Oliver swimming very well at the moment, out in front. And we're coming up to the 300-metre mark. The moment Oliver's turning first there, 3:23.48. And second at the moment, Catriona Stewart. It's actually Ewan McLeod. Ewan McLeod in second position at the moment in 3:28. And third at the 300 mark is Gregor Ross. So it's very important to pace these events correctly. 800 metres, it's a long haul there in the pool, so I'm sure all the swimmers will have that in mind as they go through the different turns, different lengths. And a mixed event as well, so girls mixing it with the boys. Oliver looking fairly comfortable at the moment. Out in front. Also going well in 7 is Ewan McLeod. So it's the 2 reserve swimmers that have come in here who are leading the way. 4:33.22 at the halfway mark. Oliver's entry time is 9:11.42, so he's pacing fairly close to that. So it depends how tactically he approaches this, whether he maybe has a little push through one of the phases of the last 400 here, or the last 300 I should say, as he's coming into that part of the race. Still all about in front. Ewan McLeod in second position, and third at the moment Gregor Ross from City of Glasgow. Gregor, 14-year-old swimmer. So Oliver looking good at the moment. If he keeps pacing it the way he is, he should be coming in underneath, around about the 9-minute mark. But we'll see how that goes as time progresses. So the quickest entry here is Oliver at 9:11, and that goes through to a time of 10:17. So around about 70 seconds for the last 100 metres. Dropped slightly there for Oliver, but we'll see how he progresses through from now. So it's still Oliver, Ewan, Gregor. Let's have a wee look further back. Emma Craney having a good swim in 6th there. If we're looking at the girls in the race as well. Emma Craney 6:36.71 at the 600 metre mark. Isla Cochrane as well, 6:44 there, so she's swimming pretty well. Looks as if she's a wee bit underneath what she's entered that. She keeps going at that pace. So Oliver Cartwright, I believe he's called Ollie, going by the shouts that are coming from his teammates. Ollie Cartwright there. In lane 3. Okay, at the moment he's pacing just around about his entry, maybe slightly over. 9:11, between 9:11 and 9:15. Gregor Ross still hold on to 3rd. Emma Craney having a good swim here, not far behind in 4th. Adam Thompson just behind Emma. Emma's a 16-year-old swimmer from Cumbernauld. She's at an entry of 9:52. Okay, so through Oliver's last 100, he has to do a 108, a sub 108 to get within his entry time. As we come round here with 100 to go. And he's starting to push a wee bit now. With 3 lengths to go. It's difficult to know whether these swimmers can really see these numbers or if they're keeping it all counted in their head. But he'll be starting to feel it now. Should be coming within his entry here. And let's see what he turns at. I didn't get a time there, but we'll see what happens. (9:10.05) there from Oliver Cartwright. He comes in at, which is about a second, 1.3 seconds quicker than his entry. And second in lane 7 is Ewan McLeod, 9:20.37. Third, Gregor Ross, 9:30.55. Fastest girl in that heat, Emma Craney. Time of 9:38.43. Emma's entry there was 9:52, so that's a great swim there from Emma. Just waiting these results being made official. Still got a swimmer in the pool here. Anna Lee in lane 9. Anna's 14-year-old from Stirling. Entry time of 10:17.00. Anna comes into our final length here and being encouraged by her teammates there. And Anna comes in to finish. Time of 11:01. and 23.
So we move on to heat 2 of this mixed 14 and over 800 meter freestyle. In lane 0, Ava Gordon, Sterling Swim. 1, Georgia Dickey from Dumfries. 2, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. 3, George McGeoch, Dumfries. 4, Stella McCarty, City of Glasgow. 5, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. 6, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 7, Victoria Niven, City of Glasgow. 8, Susie McNair, Grangemouth. And 9, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. So that was a time of 30:58 from Stella there as she completed the first 50 meters of this race leading the field. And over in the center there we have Stella, George and Gregor, Dumfries and Bowness swimmers are coming up to the turn here together, turning in around 1:05. But as we can see, Stella's is being overtaken now by Gregor from Bowness as he turns first and leads the field down this section of the race. Long way to go though, lots of things can happen. But it is Gregor who turns first there, and George second, and Stella is holding the lead in third place here. So the entry times for this heat range from 9:47.82 to 9:24.80. The previous heat was completed in a time of 9:10.05 for the boys and 9:48.33 for the females. So we'll await to see whether those times can be beaten. We have the age range is 14 to 16 in the pool at the current time. Tom Jeffords is the youngest at the age 14 from Ren 96. We have a number of 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds to make up the rest of the field. So as we come down to the turn here, and Gregor still holding the lead, turning first there, his time 2:52.78. but Jamie Gilchrist in East Kilbride swimmer touched second. Indeed, at that turn there, both boys turned together. Stella still holding her own in the centre of the pool there, matching the boys. And as we come up to the turn here, it is the East Kilbride swimmer, Jamie Gilchrist, who has taken the lead. Gregor and Stella alongside him. And as we come out of that turn, it's indeed Stella that's moved into second place, with Gregor and George lying in third. As I said, long way to go. Positions could change, but Jamie is making his mark on this part of the race. And turned there in a time of 4:03.72. Stella over in the middle there. Lane 4 has pulled away from the boys either side of her, George and Gregor, and is currently lying in second place. But it's the East Kilbride swimmer, Jamie, who continues to hold the lead in this heat. As he coming up to the halfway mark, previous heat completed 400 and 4:33.27. And at the current pacing, it looks like the finish time here will be in the low 9:20s if the swimmers can keep this pace going. So that's Jamie first, Stella second, Gregor and George lying in third position. But Stella has moved away from those two boys. And Jamie is about a body length in front of her. Jamie's time there, 5:49.06, and Stella 5:50.32. Not much in it. Let's see what happens as we start to approach the second half of this race. Okay, so the pace has begun to pick up now, and looks like we are looking to hit a 9:20 at this section of the race. As I said, we're into the second part for these swimmers. Jamie and Stella, George and Gregor. And Jamie's beginning to pick up the pace here. I think you can see he's moving away from Stella, who in turn is moving away from George and Gregor over there in the middle section of the pool. Jamie having a good swim here. That's a turn there in 6:59.16. Stella just behind him in 7 minutes, 7:00.99. So again, there's not much in it. Jamie's still just about a body length ahead of Stella, though. Still a wee bit to go, however. Stella could. Something in the tank that will allow her to overhaul Jamie. We'll wait and see. Jamie turned there in 7:34.01. Stella 7:36.08. And Jamie's coming down and Following the next turn, he'll have 100 meters to go. And at the moment, he's maintaining his pace. That's 8:09.07 with the last 100 to go for him. Stella turns 8:11.33. She's into the last 100 of this race, as indeed are George and Gregor, fighting it out for third position. I don't think, it doesn't look like Jamie's going to be caught, but who knows, Stella might have a late surge here. But certainly places 1 and 2 are going to be either Jamie or Stella. Jamie now goes into his final 50, as indeed does Stella. And the two boys, George and Gregor, also turning to the final 50. They'll be battling for third place, but there's no doubt who's going to finish first, as Jamie's managing to keep his momentum going. Unless Stella can overhaul him at the final section of this race, but I don't think she's going to do it. And it will be the Ace Kilbride swimmer, Jamie, who comes in to complete his 800 this afternoon in a time of 9:17.24. So he picked up the pace there because we were looking at something around 9:20. Stella 9:19.41. And Gregor took third place from George at 9:24. No, I beg your pardon. George took third place, 9:24.41. Gregor coming in just behind him at 9:24.74. And that's the swims, the heat completed. As we move on to the final heat of this event this afternoon.
So the third and final heat. 0 Alex Robbins, City of Glasgow. 1 Mary Craig, Stirling Swim. 2 Amy Shields, City of Glasgow. 3 Angus Johnson, City of Glasgow. 4 Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. He's the fastest entry time, 8:37.94. 5 James Newell, University of Stirling. 6 Archie Dixon, City of Glasgow. 7 Ewan Walker, Ren 96. 8 Thomas Traynor, East Kilbride. And 9 Cara Gordon, Stirling Swim. Well, it wouldn't be a distance freestyle if we didn't have at least one East Kilbride swimmer in this. We've got 2, Scott Fleming in 4, Thomas Traynor in lane 8. And an early leader, so relaxed in the front, pretty effortless as you can see, is Scott Fleming. We'll relish this 1:00.67. Turning second, looks to be Archie Dixon, City Glasgow in lane 7. Also well there, Angus Johnson. Now with City of Glasgow, previously with Western Bartonshire. Someone that has belatedly grown into distance events. Scott Fleming has just over a body length advantage over Angus Johnson, Archie Dixon, James Newell, and Ewan Walker in 7. Those 5 just beginning to try and pull clear of the rest. So 200 mark. A good steady start by leader Scott Fleming. 2:05.45, just sub 65 seconds there. So we'll get an idea at the 300 whether Scott's got into that nice steady sort of 65 rhythm. If he's got 65s on the board throughout, that will give him a finish time inside his entry time. And he looks pretty comfortable so far. Angus Johnson also going pretty smoothly in lane 3. James Newell just sneaking into 3rd place, ahead of Archie Dixon. Well, coming down to the 300 mark. We'll get an idea of how far Scott is ahead of Angus. Well, another sub 65 there. 2.5 seconds virtually the margin at 300. Angus won't want that to get any bigger if he can just try and close this down over the next 200. That's what his aim will be, but at the moment, Scott Fleming looking very strong. Scott only 16. He's one of the 3 youngest swimmers in this. The other 16-year-old is Alex Robin over in lane 0, who is some margin behind our leader now. And the youngest swimmer in this one is one of the other East Kilbride swimmers, Thomas Traynor, who's having a pretty good race in lane 8. I think he's lying 6 at the moment. Scott gets to the halfway mark, 4:14.69. So it's almost like clockwork here. 64.78, 64.60, 64.64. And we're pacing inside that 8:37.94 that Scott's entered on, very comfortably inside that time at the moment. It'll be interesting to see if Scott's got a target in mind. Certainly going extremely strongly in this last 100. 5:19.09. Now 64.4. I don't think Andy Figgins is expecting him to do a negative split here, which would mean coming back sub 4:14.69, which would be somewhere around about finish time of 8:29. But he's certainly going very well. Just going into 2nd place, James Newell just ahead of Angus Johnston. There's about a second between the two. Well, we'd expect a split if it's very much on what he's been doing, of something like 6:23.5 or 0.6. Well, he's dropped the pace to 6:24.3. That's been the slowest 100 so far, 65.21. Maybe just finding it a wee bit harder since you're out on your own. No one to sort of push you along. James Newell now gone clear in 2nd, ahead of Angus Johnson. Archie Dixon. Get an idea of the advantage that Scott has on James Newell. Well, it's best part of 8 and a bit seconds. Angus Johnson 3rd. Archie Dixon turning in 4th. Mary Craig going well over in lane 1 and 5th. Ewan Walker and Thomas Traynor 6th and 7th. Well, certainly Scott finding it pretty hard this last couple of hundred. That's been the slowest 100 we've had, 65.35. Well, certainly on for a finish time, probably inside 8:34. As you'd expect him to finish very strongly indeed, 8:01.39. James Newell turning in 2nd, 50 to go, along with Angus Johnston. As Archie Dixon also turns in 4th. Well, this has been a super swim. Andy Figgins cheering his swimmer on. And 8:32.07. Second place, James Newell, 8:44.61. Just a few seconds over his entry time. Angus Johnston, 8:49.86. Also a few seconds over his entry time. But Scott Fleming takes almost 6 seconds off that time. Thomas Traynor, the 15-year-old, finishes 9:03.82. That's some 15 odd seconds also inside his entry time. So the two Kilbride lads really swam cracking races there. Good to see that. As Cara Gordon from Stirling comes in and finishes her race, 9:36.62. Just a little bit over her entry time. And Alex Robin concludes the final heat. We'll bring you the medalists in that event when we have them. Includes the longest event that we have this afternoon. We now move on to backstroke. 6 heats. So 6 heats of boys backstroke, and then we follow with the girls, also 6 heats. Most of the swimmers will make use of the backstroke mechanisms. Not compulsory that they have to use them, but nowadays most swimmers have got quite accustomed to them. So just get these all put in place, and then we'll be good to go in a moment.
So we now move on to event 402, the boys 14 and over 200-meter backstroke. And this has 6 heats, and this is heat 1. Lane 0, Aaron Hunter, Cumbernauld. 1, Jude Mowbray, City of Glasgow. 2, Ross Carswell, Lanark. 3, Rory Duncan, South Ayrshire. 4, Pavel McDonald, East Kilbride. 5, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath. 6, Effie Gwaglu, South Ayrshire. 7, Caleb Geddes, Bells Hill. 8, Finley Guducci, Renfrew Bath. And 9, Oscar Mugen Sharrett, City of Glasgow. Boys here, number of 14-year-olds and a few 16-year-olds. And at this stage, it's the swimmer over in lane 4. Sorry, I beg your pardon, lane 5. Ewan Watson from Renfrew Bath, who's taken an early lead. But not a lot to call between swimmers thereafter. I beg your pardon, I'm going to correct that. It's the swimmer Pavel McDonald from East Kilbride who is leading the field. The Renfrew Bath swimmer Ewan Watson, I think, is in second. Just. And over in lane 4 there, Pavel McDonald turns in 1:55.96. Ewan Watson, 1:59.08. With Rory Duncan turning in 3rd place, the South Ayrshire swimmer. Looks like Pavel's planned this race to perfection here and is going to. The race is his, but who knows? The Renfrew Bath swimmer's beginning to move. Make his mark. Can he touch ahead of Pavel? No. It's Pavel in lane 4, and the Renfrew Bath swimmer, Ewan Watson, touched second. But we'll await confirmation of that because that's not what the scoreboard's saying at the current time. And the official result there, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath, 14-year-old in 1st, Pasha McDonald 2nd, and Rory Duncan 3rd.
Okay, this is heat 2 of the 200 metre backstroke. Lane 0, Yusuf Ibrahim, City of Glasgow. 1, Oliver Cartwright, City of Glasgow. 2, Dylan McShane, Cumbernauld. 3, Adam Hill, Stirling Swim. 4, Oliver Cairns, Cumbernauld. 5, Campbell McLean, City of Glasgow. 6, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire. 7, Oliver Payton, Inverclyde. 8, Samuel Beetham, Bowness. 9, Matthew Lees from Hamilton. Good start here, lane 7 from Oliver Payton. Also going well over in lane 2, Oliver Cartwright. Not long off the 800 freestyle, so Oliver straight back into this one. So of a range of ages in this one. Fraser Cowie, 14 in lane 6, through to Oliver Cartwright, 17 in lane 1. And it is Oliver Payton. Still in the lead at the moment, going into the halfway point. Time of 1:10:38 there for Oliver. And the other Oliver, Oliver Cartwright, 1:11:85 in second position at the moment. Oliver Payton, 16-year-old from Inverclyde. Entry time of 2:37:71 today. Looks as if he's just moved a wee bit further into the lead over that last 25. Starting to make a bit of a move on this one. Coming through now as well on lane 4, Oliver Cairns. Lots of Olivers here involved. Oliver from Cumbernauld. And it's the 3 Olivers just now. Oliver Payton. And it's Oliver Payton still out there, but Oliver Cairns is really kind of drawing up now. And I think he's overtaken Oliver Cartwright in 1. So Oliver Cairns, 15-year-old from Cumbernauld, is also in contention here, but it's still Oliver Payton. Oliver Payton's entry, 2:37. And he touches in a time well below that, 2:25:18 for Oliver Payton. Oliver Cairns in second, 2:25:71. Oliver Cartwright third, 2:26:00.
Medalists for the 800 free in the girls 14-year-old category. First free beaten, City Glasgow. Second, Anna Lee, Stirling Swim. And a 14-year-old, Susie McNair, first, Grangemouth. Georgia Dickey, Dumfries in second. Caris Mooney, City Glasgow, third. 16-year-old, Stella McCarthy, City Glasgow, first. Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld, second. And Victoria Niven, City Glasgow, in third. 17-year-olds, Mary Craig, first, Stirling Swim. Amy Shields, City Glasgow, second. Cara Gordon, Stirling Swim, third. Third heat. I'll go in this one. We have 0 Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim. 1 McGee, Kilmarnock. 2 Rory Hall from Mulgine Bearsden. 3 Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 4 Ryan McHardy, Dumfries. 5 Ewan Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. 6 Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia. 7 Cal MacArthur, Mulgine Bearsden. 8 Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. And 9 Lewis McCarroll, South Ayrshire. Strong start in lane number 4, Ryan McHardy from Dumfries, 31:29. Has over a second and a half advantage over Jack Doherty Simpson. Callum MacArthur in lane 7 in third place. So roughly a body length advantage at 75 metres. So coming down to halfway. Ryan with just over a body length advantage and turning in 106.34. That's 4 seconds faster than the previous heat. Entries in this one range from 2:27 through to 2:34. So we're way inside that pace in this heat. Cole Morrison over in lane 0 trying to make a move to get into the minor places. The race is on between Ryan McHardy, Jack Docherty-Simpson chasing in second place. Still about a body length advantage. 1:44.53. So we're looking at a finish time probably in the low 2 teens. And that gap is certainly shrinking considerably. Jack Docherty-Simpson really getting to stretch now. And off the turn, important to work these turns on the short course. And that's what Jack's done. He's now edged ahead of the long-time leader, Ryan McHardy. Cole Morrison over in lane 0 looks to be third. And Jack Docherty-Simpson from Scotia takes this at the death from Ryan McHardy. Third place is Cole Morrison. Ryan's time 2:23.54 in second place. Jack Docherty-Simpson 2:22.68. Cole Morrison 2:27.04. Just touched out by Lewis Gibson in lane 8, 2:26.73. Medalists for the boys 800 free are 14-year-olds. First, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. Second, Dean Bergatti, Hamilton Bass. Third, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96. And in the 15-year-olds, Thomas Traynor, first, East Kilbride. Second, Adam Thompson, Kilmarnock. Third, Luke Garrity, Inverclyde. 16-year-olds, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. Second teammate is Jamie Gilchrist. And third, Jamie Glenn from Cumbernauld. And 17 plus, James Newell, University of Stirling. Second, Angus Johnson, City of Glasgow. Archie Dixon, third, also City of Glasgow. Medals at the desk to our right. Thanks, everyone.
And we move on to Heat 4. Lane 0, Bailey McGinley, Grangemouth. 1, Lex Garrett, South Ayrshire. 2, Robbie Carlisle, Bells Hill. 3, Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. 4, Blair McKean, Bells Hill. 5, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. 6, Lewis Young, Dumfries. 7, Sam Moore, South Ayrshire. 8, Evan Boyd, Kilmarnock. And 9, David Landman, City of Glasgow. Not a lot between the boys there at the turn. But I think Kai Connolly just touched first at 32.03. There in the centre of the pool. One of the younger swimmers in this heat. The 15-year-old from City of Glasgow. But it's over in lane 3 now. Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow, had a good turn there. And he turns first in 1:07.06. But Lewis Young, 1:07.26. Not much between the two of them. And it's still Jake as we come down to the turn. And he does 1:43.50 at the turn there. But he has the swimmer from Bells Hill, Robbie Carlisle, the 16-year-old, beside him. who's eating into that lead. And then the swimmers in lanes 6, 7 and 8 also having a good swim. But it's the two boys over in 2 and 3 who are battling here to finish. And it's Jake who holds the lead in 2:18.50, touching first. Robbie Carlisle from Bales Hill in 2:19.22. And Kai Connolly, the City of Glasgow swimmer, in 2:20.65. But we'll await official confirmation. And that's the official result, the official finishing order. Jake, Robbie, Kai, 2:18.50, 2:19.22 and 2:20.65.
This is Heat 5, Lane 0, Murray Dixon, Stirling Swim. 1, Finlay Nelson, Stranraer. 2, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. 3, Evan Crawford, Falkirk. 4, Daniel McCormick, Weston Barton. 5, Alex Robbins, City of Glasgow. 6, Alex Scott from Dumfries. 7, Struan McFarlane, Stirling Swim. 8, Adam Curry, North Ayrshire. And 9, Luke Scott, Dumfries. And a storming start here, lane 2 from Nathan Campbell from Stirling. Nathan takes the first 50 there in 28.93. Very quick there. Nathan's entry, 2:19.85. The quickest entry in this is 2:17.44, and that's Daniel McCormick in 4. But it looks like Nathan's really taken this one out. Bit of a battle for second. There's 3 or 4 boys in a line. It looks like it might be Finlay Nelson from Stranraer. Well, Nathan's really taken this one on. 1:01.15 at the 100 mark. And it is Finlay Nelson, 1:07.03 over there in lane 1. Next to him, Murray Dixon, also going well. It's Nathan Campbell coming through here. Really putting his mark on this one. He opened up even more of an extended lead over this last 50 metres. Going into the final 50, 1:35.77. It's going to be taken 9 or 10 seconds off his PB if he keeps going at this rate. But we'll see if he's got the stamina to get that over the line. It's maybe just tiring a touch here, but you know, he's still got a clear lead and he's going to take this one. Over in lane 0, Murray Dixon is now moving into second place. But Nathan Campbell, 17-year-old from Stirling. Entry time 2:19. And as he comes towards the finish, we'll see what time he comes in at. 2:10.54. Huge PB there from Nathan. Coming in second is Murray Dixon, 2:16.45. Good finish there from Murray. Third, great finish there from Daniel McCormick. He came right through to take third spot there, 2:17.21. And we'll just, again, wait for these official results to be confirmed on the board. So that's the quickest time so far by a good 8 seconds over the previous heat there, Nathan Campbell. Okay, just waiting on that result being confirmed before we go into our final heat of this event. And here we have confirmation. Nathan Campbell 2:10.54. Quickest time in that heat.
Sixth and final heat, 0, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride, 1, Kyle Wong, City of Glasgow, 2, Oliver Tikason from University of Stirling, 3, Ross Ernst, South Ayrshire, 4, Michael Flynn, City of Glasgow, teammate, and 5, Robert Burgess, 6, Cameron Doran, Bellshill Sharks, 7, Greer Vandermeulen, Stirling Swim, 8, Adam Scott, Ren 96, and 9, Ethan Stewart, Hamilton Bass. 2 City of Glasgow boys, Michael Flynn in 4, but it's Robert Burgess in 5, who just gets the touch. As you can see, trying to maximise as much underwater. You can push off the wall and get up to almost 15 metres before you need to surface. Both these boys getting about 7 metres off the wall. Robert and Michael almost together. Third place might just be Ross Ernst from South Ayrshire, but still advantage with Robert Burgess. Not much in it. 101.02, 101.18. And Michael Flynn still sticking with the younger swimmer. Robert Burgess 17, Michael Flynn 19 this year. It's Burgess just ahead of Flynn. Coming through in lane 7. Geir van der Meulen and Cameron Doran 6. Also well there, Ethan Stewart in 9, but at the moment it's still advantage with Robert, but not much in it. Quarter of a second, 1:33.79. Robert Burgess, Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn now putting in a determined late charge. It's Michael Flynn, I think, who just takes it up from Robert Burgess. Quickly out of the turn, Michael Flynn. Now a body length clear. It's Michael Flynn who's got this wrapped up. Michael Flynn takes the final heat. Robert Burgess in second. Winning time, 2:05.19, 2:06.31. And third place, looks to be lane 6, Cameron Dorn, Bellshill Sharks, 2:14.66. That concludes our backstroke for the guys. Now 6 heats of backstroke, 200 for the girls.
So we now move on to event 403, the girls 14 and over 200 metre backstroke. We have 6 heats this afternoon, and heat 1 in lane 0, Catherine Taylor, South Ayrshire, alongside her teammate Emily Taylor in lane 1. Lauren Crossan from Hamilton, lane 2. 3, Carly Brady, City of Glasgow. 4, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 5, Kaylee Moulton, Ren 96. 6, Sarah Ferry, Stirling Swim. 7, Laura Carragher, Ren 96. 8, Anna Kelly Hamilton, and 9, Zara Rahim Cumbernauld. And at this stage, it's Kaylee Moulton, Ren 96, who's taken the lead. It's good few body lengths ahead of the girls over at the far side of the pool. Further side of her from me, who are all fighting for second at the moment. Bit of a distance to go. Some good swimming going on in lane 0 and 1. The two girls over there, both from South Ayrshire, Catherine and Emily. But it's Kaylee who turns first in the time of 1:18.55 there. And Carly Brady, City of Glasgow, in second. Girls in the pool, all eight, Kaylee and Hannah, two of the youngest, age 14. The remainder of the field is 16 and 17. And it's still Kaylee from Ren 96 with a time 2:01.24 at that turn. Carly Brady from City of Glasgow, 2:06.24. And Hannah Miller from Kintyre turns in third place. Kaylee's having a good race here. She's well and truly established a lead here. With Carly still in second place. Several swimmers potentially looking for third, but we've got Kaylee. She's completed her race this afternoon in 2:42.50. Ahead of second place in 2:52.23. A swim by sorry, I beg your pardon. 2:48.36 by Carly from City of Glasgow. And it's the Kintyre swimmer, Hannah Miller, who finishes in third at 2:52.23. We'll await official confirmation of these results. And Zara in lane 9 is coming to the final turn of her race this afternoon and heads for home. And as Zara enters the final few meters of this length, she comes home to complete this heat. Her time 3:58.58, an improvement on her entry time. Correction to those results, there's a disqualification in lane 9 for a technical infraction. The official results confirm Kaylee completed that race in 2:42.50, taking first place, Carly second, and Hannah third.
Heat 2, lane 0, Millie McDonald, Cumbernauld. 1, Leah Rafferty, Weston Barton. 2, Brooke Rogerson, Dumfries. 3, Sophie Allison, Weston Bartonshire. 4, Ailsa Wilson, Hamilton. 5, Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow. 6, Millie Colvin from Stranraer. 7, Isabel Kendall from Stirling Swim. 8, Emma Barrowman, Stranraer. And 9, Jocelyn Mackenzie, Kirkintilloch. Brooke Rogerson going well over in lane 2. over that first 50 metres. Time on the board there, 34.32 from Brooke. Isabella Kendall, 35.69 just behind her. And Jocelyn McKenzie over in lane 9, going well as well. That's Brooke Rogerston, looking very strong at the moment. Brooke's entry, 2:43.70. She's a 15-year-old from Dumfries. And Isabel Kendall from Stirling, also looking pretty solid at the moment. Brooke's really taken this one out. The 100-metre mark, she's going to be around about 1:11-ish. Let's see what comes up there, 1:12, 1:12.45. A good 4 seconds ahead of Isabel in second, so she's really not hanging back here. I would say, yeah, second Isabel, third kind of between Millie McDonald and 0 and Jocelyn and 9, with 2 outside lanes. But Brooke Rogerson looking very good at the moment. Doesn't look to be tiring just now. She's showing good technique here. Unless something drastic happens, she'll be taking this race. It's just a question of what time she gets. And she's a 1:52. Isabel Kendall 1:58. So that's a 6-second lead now. So we're looking around about the 2:30s mark, early 2:30s for Brooke if she keeps this pace going. That should be very impressive with 2:43.70 entry. And as she takes this one to the last 12 metres or so, the 5-metre mark. So she's actually getting a wee bit of pace, a burst of pace towards the finish. And Brooke takes that one in a time of 2:33.51. Fantastic time there. Second place, Isabel, 2:39.66. And third, Leah Rafferty. She had a good strong final 25 there, 2:40.78. Leah Rafferty. So once again, we're just waiting the confirmation of these results. Should be getting these confirmed soon. So we're just a couple of little checks taking place before we get that final confirmation. Once we do, we'll be underway with Heat 3.
Our 38 and 0, Casey Maxwell, Dumfries. 1, Freya Smith, Western Bartonshire. 2, Rebecca Somerville, Red 96. 3, Kerry Sinnott, Belsill Sharks. 4, Alice Cumming, City Glasgow. Abigail Hill in 5 from Mulgine Bears Den. 6 is Irene Ferris from Cumbernauld, who's going pretty well. 7, Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth. 8, Emma Silcott, Falkirk Cotter. And 9, April Craner, Inverclyde. Now the Cumbernauld swimmer, Irene Ferris, 34.56. Alice Cumming, 35.79. And Casey Maxwell, 35.88, turning second and third. Also well up there as Abigail Hill in lane 5. Now, maximise the turns and get as much off the wall if you can. These girls getting barely 5 metres before they're surfacing back into the swim. And a youngster, 14-year-old Irene Ferris, just over a body length clear at halfway, 1:12.98. Casey Maxwell over on the other side, going well. We had a fairly similar time to our previous heat. 2 girls in the middle lane, Alice Cumming, Abigail Hill, virtually together. Rebecca Somerville trying to get into the mix as well from Ren 96. The advantage still with that yellow cap, Cumbernaulds Irene Ferris. Doesn't have it wrapped up yet, but well clear now, 3 or 4 metres clear. Alice Cumming challenging for that second place. Good turn from Alice, gets good 5-6 metres off the wall. Casey Maxwell still in second. So times in this one for all these swimmers in the range of 2:40 to 2:43. Yes, with a 2:40.6 entry time. She's going to be just a little bit over 2:30. And 2:30.87, cracking finish. Casey Maxwell second, Alice Cumming third. Casey Maxwell 2:33.93 and Alice Cumming 2:34.77. Taking quite a lot off their entry times as well. Casey around 7 odd seconds and Alice around about 5 and a bit.
Heat 4, event 403, lane 0, Isla Dobson, Kingston. 1, Mirren McConnell, Inverclyde. 2, Emma Leggett, Hamilton. 3, Sarah Stewart, Milngine Bearsden. 4, Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow. 5, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim. 6, Victoria Grabowska, Western Bartonshire. 7, Beth Hunter, Ren 96. 8, Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. And 9, Hannah Anderson, Hamilton. And I think as we turn, it's the City of Glasgow swimmer, Rosie Liston, who turned first there in a time of 34.94. But there's not much to call between her and Perry alongside her, the Stirling swimmer. And indeed, they turn together. But it was Rosie who had the better turn there, and she's just got about a half a body length lead as we're coming up to the halfway mark of her race this afternoon. And it's Rosie in 1:13.30, Perry 1:13.91. And over in lane 1, Mirren McConnell 1:15.22. Those are the swimmers in 1, 2 and 3. Going up the pole, we can see Perry and Rosie turning together. But it's Rosie just got the better turn there, and she's leading the way down this length. And over in lane 1, Mirren continues to hold on to her third place. So Rosie turns first there, 1:52.31, and Perry 1:53.48, and Mirren over in lane 1, 1:55.35. Mirren's one of the youngest swimmers in this heat. Her and Isla are only 14. Rosie and Perry are 15. And we can now see that Rosie's had a good turn there and is stretching her lead away from Perry. She's over a body length now. She's not going to be caught. This is her race, and she completes the time in her heat in a time of 2:30.34. Perry 2:31.93. And as for much of the race, Mirren McConnell comes in third in 2:34.76. We'll await official confirmation of those results. And that's the results confirmed. Rosie, Perry. In fact, it was Sarah Stewart, Milngard and Bears Den, who finished third. Her time 2:34.67. Mirren coming in fourth.
This is Heat 5. Lane 0, Jenna Cole from Bellsill. 1, Amelia Campbell from Stirling Swim. 2, Melissa Meany from City of Glasgow. 3, Zoe Crawford from Falkirk. 4, Megan Ruddy, Hamilton. 5, Talia Blackley, City of Glasgow. 6, Millie MacArthur, Lanark. 7, Elizabeth Doubleday. 8, Jory Horn. 9, Madeline Patterson, all City of Glasgow. Looks a good start here in lane 3 from Zoe Crawford. Falkirk swimming, turning first. Time of 33.89. Pretty close in second at the moment, but I think it's maybe just lane 4, Megan Ruddy. Possibly Talia Blackley as well, now moving up there into second spot. Still Zoe Crawford out in the lead. Zoe's entry today is 2:30.56. There's actually 4 swimmers in an empty time of 2:30. So it should be very close if you look at the entry times in paper. And Zoe's had a very good start here. 1:10.58 over the first 100 and still looking very controlled. That long stroke that she's got there. Lots of good underwater there going on for Zoe. Talia in lane 5 is now moving up into, well, she's holding on to second, as you say, but she's moving a bit further ahead of Megan in 4. But Megan's still looking pretty good there and hanging on to her. Now coming through in lane 8, we have Jory Horn as well. Still Zoe Crawford at 1:48.73 at the 150 mark. Very controlled swim here by Zoe, just looking very comfortable. I'm sure it doesn't feel completely comfortable in the pool, but it certainly looks that way. So Zoe, 15-year-old from Falkirk, leading the way here. She comes into the last 10 metres. Zoe will certainly take this one. There's a wee battle going on in second place between 3 City of Glasgow swimmers. But Zoe takes that, 2:26.27, a good 4 seconds quicker than her entry. Great swim there from Zoe. Jodie Horn actually come through to take second place there, 2:29.07. And Libby Doubleday, 2:29.40. And we'll just again wait on the confirmation of these results.
Final heat. Lane 0. Erin Hammond, South Ayrshire. 1. Safina Machin, Western Bartonshire. 2. Emma McGavin, Hamilton Baths. Empty lane in 3. 4 is Katie Taylor, City of Glasgow. 5 Ella Stevenson, Bellsill Sharks. 6 Susie McNair, Grangemouth. 7 Poppy McDonald, Western Bartonshire. 8 Lindsay Cameron, Dumfries. And 9 Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Baths. So at the moment we've gone just about halfway. We've got a very interesting contest with good all-rounder Ella Stevenson. It's probably maybe our best of her 4 disciplines, going very smoothly indeed in lane 5. Susie McNair, who's had a good weekend from Grangemouth, also well there. And the veteran of the party, Katie Taylor from City Glasgow, now making her move. Event Katie doesn't do very often, backstroke, but she's no slouch at it. As you can see, not surfacing until she's gone about 8 metres, making use of the turns. This is key in the backstroke and short course. Maximise those turns, get as much off the wall as you can, and you watch off that final turn. Ella Stevenson surfaces quicker. Katie Taylor now just on her shoulder. Susie McNair within striking distance. We have a race on our hands with 25 to go. Ella Stevenson, Bellsill Sharks, Katie Taylor, City of Glasgow, Susie McNair from Grangemouth. Out of the turn, Ella Stevenson kicking for home. It's the Bellsill girl just holding Katie Taylor. Ella Stevenson's Bellsill is going to take this. Ella Stevenson takes this. Katie Taylor in second. Susie McNair, third. Cracking race, girls. Well done. That concludes our girls 200 backstroke. I think Ella's absolutely out of breath. Well done, Ella. And just another birthday announcement. Catherine Simpson from South Ayrshire, coming up later on, is 16 today, so happy birthday to Catherine. Just to let everyone know, the training pool right at the very bottom, if you're not in that pool at the moment, don't go in it. Those swimmers who are in that training pool, could you please come out? Coaches, could you encourage your swimmers to come out of the training pool? They just want to raise the level for later on. So please come out of that one and move into the other pool. Thank you very much.
And we move on to event 404, the boys 14 and over, 100 freestyle. Lane 0, Joe Jamieson, South Ayrshire. 1, Jason Dixon, Stirling Swim. 2, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld. 3, Ewan Green, East Kilbride. 4, Jude Mowbray, City of Glasgow. 5, Callum MacArthur, Milngavie and Bears Den. 6, Jake Woods, City of Glasgow. 7, Rory Duncan, South Ayrshire. 8, Logan MacDonald, Motherwell and Wishaw. And 9, Bjorn Ayan, Hamilton Baths. And as we can see in the pool, commanding lead taken at this early stage of the race by the swimmer in lane 5. Callum MacArthur, Milngavie and Bears Den, one of our 14-year-olds in this event. Really stamping his lead here. And he comes up to the turn. Comes up to finish his race at 59.64. In behind him comes Ewan Green at 105.33 and Jude Mowbray at 105.95. Just to wait official confirmation of those results, however. The results confirmed. Callum, Ewan, Jude take 1, 2 and 3.
This is heat 2, lane 0, Rory McCallum from Milngavie Den. 1, Alec Tinch from Stirling Swim. 2, Callum Ferguson from Rutherglen. 3, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. 4, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire. 5, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. 6, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bass. 7, Aidan McCavish, Bo'ness. 8, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 9, Joe Carty, City of Glasgow. Very good start in lane 4, Fraser Cowie. And next to him as well, Tom Jeffords. So that's the 1-2 at the moment, 29.63. So a good first 50 there by Fraser. And Tom is hanging on to him just now. And there's a couple vying for third spot. So we'll see how that one turns out. But Fraser Cowie looking pretty good at the moment. Now coming right outside him, Rhys Edwards. So Rhys Edwards is coming right through, having a storming finish here, and Rhys is going to come through and take this one. I think on the touch, we'll find out. Oh, Tom Jeffords just took that. 101.44. Fraser Cowie, 102.30. And Callum Ferguson, 102.78.
So our officials just confirming that last result. And we have it. Fraser Cowie, Tom Jeffords and Callum Ferguson are 1, 2, 3. This is our third heat. Full house. Zero, Samuel Beetham, Bo'ness. 1, Michael Winship, City Glasgow. 2, Rory Webster, Dumfries. 3, Fraser McIntosh, East Kilbride. 4, Charlie Terrain, Milngavie Bears Den. 5, Alex Scott, Dumfries. 6, Evan Boyd, Kilmarnock. 7, Yusuf Ibrahim, City Glasgow. Teammate in 8, Finlay Thang. And 9, Ewan Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. Looks like it's Finlay in lane 8, just ahead of lane 4, Charlie Terrain. 28.32, 28.72, but half a second between 1 and 2. Finlay Sang still maybe half a metre clear. Rory Webster in 2, now getting to work. He's coming through to challenge, maybe gone second. Just beginning to tighten up here. Finlay in 8 is just ahead. It's very, very close. Finlay over in 2. Mike, Rory, and in lane 4. Let's wait for officials. Finlay took that 59.73. Charlie Train 1:00:20 in second, and Fraser McIntosh just ahead of Rory Webster in lane 3, 1:00:67 in third place. We'll wait for that result just to be confirmed. Some pretty fast swims there. Most of the swimmers' entry times were in that sort of 1 minute 1:01, and they're virtually swimming to those entry times. Here we have it, Finlay, Rory Webster, in fact, did indeed get second. Adjusted time 1:00:06.
So we move on to Heat 4, Lane 0, Roger Crongelis, Bales Hill. 1, Luke Gardner, Ren 96, alongside his teammate Harry Coeg in Lane 2. Lane 3, Pasha McDonald from East Kilbride. 4, Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. 5, Robbie Carlisle, Bales Hill. 6, Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia. 7, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 8, Ben Caldwell, South Ayrshire. And 9, Oliver Patton, Inverclyde. And as the boys enter the second part of this race, it's the swimmers in lanes 0, Rogers from Bales Hill, and lane 9 are both having a good race. Oliver from Inverclyde. But at the turn there, and as they head for home, it's Rogers who looks like he's going to touch first. He does. His time there, 58.32, an improvement on his entry time. All the boys here had entered at the time sub 1 minute. Ewan Mitchell in lane 7, 58.56. And Lewis Gibson in the middle of the pool from North Ayrshire at 58.59. Official confirmation there confirms that Rogers, Ewan, Lewis 1, 2 and 3.
This is Heat 5, Lane 0, Dean Bergatti, Hamilton. 1, Adam Scott, City of Glasgow. 2, Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim. 3, David Traynor, South Ayrshire. 4, Adam Scott, Ryan 96. 5, Gregor Skinner, Bo'ness. 6, Ethan Stewart, Hamilton. 7, David Landman, City of Glasgow. 8, Guy Pelosi. 9, Alec Robin, both City of Glasgow. And it's Gregor Skinner. No, it's not, it's Adam Scott, Lane 4, who's had a really good first 50 there out in front, 27.19 his time there. And it looks as if he's looking fairly comfortable at the moment in the lead, and he turns first into the final turn. Adam Scott, round 96, entry time 58.18. Going well as well is other Adam Scott over in lane 1, so it's the 2 Adam Scotts here. And it's Adam Scott followed by Adam Scott. 56.74 for Adam Scott 1 and 57.62 for Adam Scott 2. And in third place, Ethan Stewart, 58.58.
Yeah, that's the 15-year-old Adam Scott winning that from the 16-year-old Adam Scott, round 96 from City Glasgow. Moving on to the sixth heat. In 0, Logan van der Mulle, Stirling Swim. 1, Kyle Wong, City of Glasgow. 2, Ben King, M&B. 3, Bailey McGinley, Grangemouth. 4, Marcus Blake, City of Glasgow. 5, Ben Montgomery, Stirling Swim. 6, Alex Black, Bonus. 7, Cameron Gill from Grangemouth. 8, Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride. 9, Jamie Glenn, Cumbernauld. Well, a little between lanes 2 and 4. Ben King, Marcus Blake. 26.54 for Ben, 26.78 for Marcus. Those two still at the head of affairs. And the City of Glasgow boy almost upsides out of the turn. It's advantage with Ben King. Ben King just holding off Marcus Blake. Not much between the two. Marcus Blake coming through with a late charge. It's Marcus Blake who just takes that from Ben Blake. And over in lane 0 rather. Logan van der Mullen is third. Marcus Blake, 56.38. 56.40, well, it looked bigger than 200s. 57.38, 57.29, Logan van der Mullen was third. So another very tight finish there in heat number 6. All these guys entered around the 57-second mark, so a couple of good PBs for Marcus and Ben there. As the swimmers clear the pool, we move on to heat number 7. And full house in this one. Just bear with us a wee moment. I'm just waiting, think on maybe checking times here. Boys just being told just to stand down. Keep warm. So 3 more heats of 100 free to come. And then we move on to the girls equivalent. So this is heat 7.
And we move on to heat 7, 100 freestyle for the boys. Lane 0, Struan McFarlane, Stirling Swim. 1, Daniel McCormick, Western Bartonshire. 2, Blair McKean, Bells Hill. 3, Lewis Moyer, East Kilbride. 4, Lewis Condy, University of Stirling. 5, Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. 6, Jamie Clements, University of Stirling. 7, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swim. 8, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. And 9, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. And it's the swimmer in lane 6, Jamie Clements from the University of Stirling, who has the lead. But behind him there are a number of boys fighting out for second place. But it's the City of Glasgow swimmer alongside him. Jake Holmes, I think, who's going to touch second. And indeed, Jamie had that race and he completed it in 54.83. Jake in 56.26. And it was the swimmer over in lane 8, Jack Simpson from East Kilbride, 56.78. And the official confirmation, Jamie, Jake and Jack, 1, 2 and 3.
This is Heat 8, Lane 0, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow. 1, Andrew Arthur, University of Stirling. 2, Finlay Nelson, Stranraer. 3, Ruben Kelly, Dumfries. 4, Luke McKenzie, Western Bartonshire. 5, Greer van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 6, Dylan Cashmore, South Ayrshire. 7, Cole Rothman, City of Glasgow. 8, Cameron Doran, Bells Hill. And 9, Sam Moore, South Ayrshire. And there's really nothing in it just now between most of the field here. Greer van der Meulen, 26.09. Just got his nose in front after that first 50. Well, it really is very close. I think he might just be a touch ahead still. Going into the final turn. 4 swimmers here with an entry of, in fact, 5 swimmers with an entry of 54 seconds. So this is really MD's. And a late charge here, Max Pelosi in lane 0. He's coming right up at the end here. I think he does touch first. And it's actually Finlay Nelson who just got the touch there, 55.11. Youngest swimmer in the pool, Finlay. And second, Max Pelosi, 55.18. Third, Sam Moore, 55.22. So once again, we'll just wait on final confirmation before we move into our final heat.
So just confirming that result. There we have it, 55.11. That result, Finlay takes that. Very much on his entry time, 54.90. So our final heat. Fastest of the 9 heats. Zero, Evan Crawford, Falkirk Otter. 1, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. 2, Angus Barr, Larkhall, Avondale. 3, Lewis Hammond, South Ayrshire. 4, Rory McKinnon, City Glasgow, Empty Lane 5. 6, Archie Dixon, City Glasgow. 7, Jack Murphy, Bells Hill Sharks. 8, Callum Dunn, South Ayrshire. 9, Dominic McCarthy, University of Stirling. Well, how delightful it is to have Angus Barr back swimming at districts. Back where it all started at Larkhall, Avondale. Rory McKinnon going well. Angus Barr for many years stalwart up at East Kilbride. Fantastic distance swimmer. This is not really his event, 100 free, but he's giving it everything. Rory McKinnon takes that. Angus Barr second. And Lewis Hammond, South Ayrshire, takes third. Archie Dixon actually just sneaked in third place ahead of Lewis Hammond to take third. Rory McKinnon, 51.19, the winner. And he'll be top in the 17 plus category. Angus Barr, 51.93. Coming in at 53.59, so great to see Angus swimming and improving on that entry time. And 52.65. Lewis Hammond was indeed third in adjusted time. Archie Dixon in fourth.
And we move on to event 405, the girls 14 and over 100 freestyle. And this is heat 1 of 9. Lane 0, Emma Silcock, Falkirk. 1, Darby Patmore, Cumbernauld. 2, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 3, Katie Stark, East Kilbride. 4, Katie Towers, Lanark. 5, Mirren McConnell, Inverclyde. 6, Madeline Patterson, City of Glasgow. 7, Amy Rousseau, Renfrew Bath. 8, Anna Lee, Stirling Swim. And 9, Laura Pilkington, Grangemouth. And I think just coming out of that turn there, it was the City of Glasgow swimmer, Madeline Patterson, in lane 6, who turned first. And indeed, she does so. She comes down to the, she turns in to complete the final part of her race. The swimmer, Katie Towers from Lanark, she's trying to catch her, but I think she's going to run out of water, and she does. So it's Madeline Patterson, City of Glasgow, in 1 time 1:05.12. Scoreboard showing me it was, in fact, Emma Silcock in lane 0 finished second, but we'll await confirmation. Now, the scoreboard's now amending itself, and it's Katie Towers from Lanark in second, 1:06.05, and in third was Mirren McConnell, 1:06.99. We'll just await for the official confirmation there, now that the board has adjusted itself. Oh. And Laura Pilkington, lane 9, is coming in to complete, one of our para swimmers this afternoon. She's coming in to complete her 100-meter freestyle. Oh, she's not. And as Laura completes her race this afternoon, we have a time there of 2:12.66. Just looking for official confirmation of the times. Update here, we have a disqualification in lane 7 for a technical infraction. And the finish order, Madeline, Katie, Mirren, 1, 2, and 3.
And we're on to Heat 2. Lane 0, Kaylin Chan from North Ayrshire. 1, Millie Colvin, Stranraer. 2, Kezia McCappin, Falkirk. 3, Anna McCulloch, Kilmarnock. 4, Ellie Louise Kennedy, City of Glasgow. 5, Mirren Gibb, Stranraer. 6, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth. 7, Georgia Reid, City of Glasgow. 8, Isabel Kendall, Stirling Swim. 9, Joanna Calder, Mulgai Bearsden. Very close over the first 50. Ava Kirkham, lane 6, just in the lead at the moment. Over Kaylin Chan in 0. Kaylin's had a very good length there. I think she's just moving now into the lead. And it's Kaylin getting into the final turn in the lead over in lane 0 there. Kaylin Chan from North Ayrshire. And it's been Kaylin and lane 6, Ava Kirkham. And who's going to touch first? It is Ava Kirkham, 1:04.40 for Ava. Kaylin, 1:04.86. And Mirren Gibb, 1:05.70. So, all well underneath her entry times there. Well done, girls.
Just coming back to the previous heat, Laura Pilkington doing breaststroke, but would go in as a freestyle time. 38, 0 Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter, 1 Sophie Allison, Western Bartonshire, 2 Phoebe Murdoch, South Ayrshire, 3 Alia Cochrane, City Glasgow, teammate Victoria Niven in 4, Addison Cole 5, Hamilton Bath, 6 Sophie Gibson, South Ayrshire, 7 Grace Noonan, Mulgine Bearsden going well, 8 Tara Montgomery, Stirling Swim, and 9 Caitlin Frame from Grangemouth. And Grace Noonan already a body length clear of Tara Montgomery. Third place probably Victoria Niven in 4. Very close for third. 1 and 2 well clear at this point. Grace Noonan, Tara Montgomery. That's the 1-2. Let's see if anyone can make a late charge. Don't see anyone catching Grace now. Lovely turn from her. She's gone about 4 metres clear. Second place coming through very, very strongly is Addison Cole in lane number 5. But no doubt about the winner. Grace Noonan takes that. Addison Cole second. Third place probably in lane 4. Victoria Niven, it was Tara Montgomery, 105.11, takes that. Addison Cole, 104.48 in second. And Victoria Niven, 104.85 in third place. So just for those of you listening on the live stream, freestyle means that any swimmer can do freestyle. If they do any other stroke, even if they, as Laura did, 100 breaststroke, yeah, the coach will know that she's done 100 breaststroke, will note the time, but in the official records it is registered as 100 freestyle swim. So on to heat 4.
And we're on to heat 4. Lane 0, Isla Dobson, Kingston. No swimmer, lane 1. 2, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 3, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow, alongside her teammate Cara Gumbel-Brill in lane 4. And Alice Cumming, also City of Glasgow, lane 5. Isla File, lane 6 from Dumfries. Erin Ferris in lane 7, Cumbernauld. 8, April Craner in Verclyde. And 9, Amy Fotheringer, Motherwell and Wishaw. And it's the swimmer over in lane 0, Isla, who's had a good start, as indeed has Caris for City of Glasgow. And Erin, the Cumbernauld swimmer, in lane 7. And coming out of the final turn there, 3 girls are almost neck for neck, so a bit of a race going on here to see who can get first, but there's 2 swimmers in lane 8 and 9 coming through fast. It looks like it's going to be the swimmer in lane 7, Cumbernauld swimmer Erin Ferris, Caris Mooney second, and Isla Dobson over in lane 0 finished her race in third. So it's a time of 104.55 for Erin.
This is heat 5, lane 0, Olivia Payton, South Ayrshire. 1, Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow. 2, Anna McLafferty in Verclyde. 3, Victoria Grabowska, Weston Barton. 4, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk. 5, Emily Fox, also Falkirk. 6, Poppy McDonald, Western Bartonshire. 7, Elizabeth Doubleday, City of Glasgow. 8, Kerry Sinnott, Bellsill. And 9, Perry Scobie from Stirling Swim. Emily Fox there. Good start there in lane 5, and she's in the lead at the moment, 29.75 at the turn. Also going well next to her, Zoe Crawford. And over in lane 2, Anna McLafferty. So that's her 1, 2, 3 at the moment. And let's see who turns first here. I believe it's still Emily Fox, just slightly in the lead, but Zoe Crawford got a better turn there, and she's blasted out of that turn and is putting a right move in towards the finish here. So Zoe Crawford's going to take this one. Storming finish from Zoe there, and she comes in at 102.00. Emily Fox 103.51, and in third, Anna McClafferty 103.92. Once again, we'll just wait for that final confirmation. And there we go, Zoe, Emily, and Anna.
So this is heat number 6. Zero, Amelia Ray, round 96. 1, Safina Machin, Western Bartonshire. 2, Katie Brennan, Belsill Sharks. 3, Talia Blackley, City of Glasgow. 4, Erin Hughes, Belsill Sharks. 5, Molly Cannon, Inverclyde. 6, Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Bass. Teammate Rebecca Cole. 7, 8, Evie Judge Kintar. And 9, Heather Stewart, North Ayrshire. Going well in lane 2, Katie Brennan, Belsill Sharks. She has maybe about a body length advantage just about over to Talia Blackley. Safina Machin well there. Kirsty Gilmore from Hamilton also in the mix. Times in this one in the 103 range. And the Belsill lass, Katie Brennan, still to the fore here. Hamilton's Kirsty Gilmore turning in second place. Very close for third. And no doubt, looks like Katie Brennan's got this one wrapped up. Talia Blackley also charging for a minor place, but it's going to be Katie Brennan, Kirsty Gilmore, Talia Blackley. I'm sure that's the 1, 2, 3. 102.35 time for Katie. Kirsty Gilmore 102.77, and Heather Stewart in that outside lane just sneaked in 103.38 ahead of Talia Blackley 103.44. Our breaststroke medalist in the 14-year-old boys. First, Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. Ewan Stevenson, Falkirk Otter. Second, Fraser Cowie, North Ayrshire. Third. 50-year-old boys. Adam Scott first, round 96. Finlay Nelson, Stranraer Stingrays.
And move on to heat 7, lane 0, Carla Brawley, City of Glasgow. 1, Rebecca Sent, Kingston. 2, Amy McLeod, City of Glasgow. 3, Emma Kennedy, Lark Hall. 4, Emma Leggett, Hamilton. 5, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. 6, Sarah Stewart, Milngine Bearsden. 7, Melissa Menny, City of Glasgow. 8, Honor McLehan, Inverclyde. And 9, Jessica Murdoch, South Ayrshire. And in the middle of the pool, we have Keisha McCormack from Scotia, T-turn first there. Her time 29.42. But there's not a lot of space between her and the swimmers behind her. And at that turn, coming into the final part of the race, she's lost her lead, and the swimmer from Lark Hall, Emma Kennedy, is moving ahead of the field, with a battle going on for second place, but I think it's going to be Emma will hold that, and indeed she does. And in fact, is she? And it's Emma in 102.13, Sarah Stewart in 102.55, and Keisha McCormack in 102.66. So Emma, Sarah, Keisha, 1, 2, and 3. And we move on to the penultimate heat. Heat 8 of this event this afternoon.
Heat 8, penultimate heat of this event today. 0, Madison Gallagher, Grangemouth. 1, Louise Connell, City of Glasgow. 2, Julie Dunn, South Ayrshire. 3, Millie MacArthur, Lanark. 4, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. 5, Ciara Davidson, City of Glasgow. 6, Hannah Edmondson, City of Glasgow. 7, Tiana Greenshields, Hamilton. 8, Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swim. And 9, Heather Lees from City of Glasgow. And it is Ailey Robertson, who's had a very good start here, out in 28.34 over the first 50. She's really taken this one on. And Ciara Davidson in second spot at the moment, but Ailey's well clear. Going into the final turn, and Ailey's entry is a 1:01:03, but at this rate she looks as if she might be close to breaking the minute mark. And she's going soaring out in the lead here. And she takes that one, 59.00 for Ailey Robertson. Ciara Davidson, 1:01:71. And Melissa Turnbull, 1:02:38.
Just concluding that backstroke in the 15-year-olds, Adam Scott, Finlay Nelson, Kai Connolly. 16-year-olds, first Ethan Stewart, Hamilton Bass, Murray Dixon, Stirling Swim second, Kyle Wong, City of Glasgow third. 17-year-olds, Michael Flynn, City of Glasgow, second Robert Burgess, also City of Glasgow, third Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. I'll give you girls backstroke medalists shortly. We have Jory Horn, City Glasgow going in lane 0. South Ayrshire Reserve, probably Erna Hammond in lane 1. Jenna Cole, Bellshill Sharks 2. Ciara Sterica, South Ayrshire 3. Drew McKenzie, City Glasgow in 4. 5, Amber Stevenson, South Ayrshire. 6, Heidi Wren, City Glasgow. 7, Susie McNair, Grangemouth. 8, Eve McNair, South Ayrshire. And 9, Eva Alguera, Mulgan Bearsden. Well, Drew McKenzie, 56.22 over 2 seconds faster than the rest of the field. Really shouldn't be anywhere near Drew McKenzie, the rest of the field, and that's the way it is. Amber Stevenson going pretty well in 5. Ciara Sterica in 3. The two South Ayrshire girls second and third. But Drew McKenzie is going to take this. Amber Stevenson second. Susie McNair, I think, in 7 got up to get third. Drew McKenzie, 56.78. Second place, Amber Stevenson, 59.14. And Susie McNair, 59.30 in third. And I think that would mean that Ailey Robertson's top in the 15-year-old age group. Coming back to the backstroke in the girls, 14-year-olds, Marion Ferris, Cumbernauld, our winner from Melissa Menny, City Glasgow, Mirren McConnell from Inverclyde. In the 15-year-old category, Susie McNair, Grangemouth, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk, Otter, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Baths. Our 16-year-olds, Kirsty Gilmore, Hamilton Baths, Millie MacArthur, Lanark, and Sarah Stewart, Mulgan Bearsden in third. And our 17-year-olds, Ella Stevenson, Bellshill Sharks, Katie Taylor from City Glasgow second, Poppy McDonald, Western Bartonshire.
And we move on to event 406, the boys 14 and over 50-metre breaststroke. Lane 0, Jake Woods. 1, Callum Ferguson. 2, Ewan White. 3, Epipoglu. 4, James Carragher. 5, Finley Gadusi. 6, Jack Campbell. 7, Cameron Hamill. 8, Adve Kinvarasa. And 9, Bjorn Ain. Not a lot, but there's a good swim going on over in lane 1. Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. Hamilton Bath swimmer, Jack Campbell, challenging over in lane 7. And it's going to be the Hamilton Bath swimmer, Jack Campbell, 40.53, touched first there. although that's not what the scoreboard's telling me, so we'll await the official confirmation there. Yeah, the official confirmation: Callum Ferguson, 40.39, Jack Campbell, 40.53, Effie Epipoglu, 41.07.
This is Heat 2, Lane 0, Lucas Craw, Rutherglen, 1, Ewan Stevenson, Falkirk, 2, Joe Carty, City of Glasgow, 3, Ruley McCallum, Mackay Bearsden, 4, Ross Carswell, Lanark, 5, Ross McGee, Rutherglen, 6, Joe Jameson, South Ayrshire, 7, Finlay Byrne, Falkirk, 8, Cameron Deitcher from Kirkintilloch, and 9, Alex Tinch from Stirling. And it's Ross McGee from Rutherglen, who's having a really good swim here, out in the lead in lane 5. And second, right inside him, Ross Carswell. So let's see what time Ross gets here. And 36.69 there for Ross. It's a good 3 seconds off his entry. Second, Ross Carswell, 38.91. And third, Finlay Byrne, 39.61.
Medalist in the 100 free for the 14-year-old boys. First, Lewis Gibson, North Ayrshire. 2, Dean Bergatti, Hamilton Baths. Third, Callum MacArthur, Mulgang Bearsden. In the 15-year-old category, first, Finlay Nelson, Stranraer Stingrays. Second, Marcus Blake, City of Glasgow. Third, Ben King, Mulgang Bearsden. In the 16-year-old category, Scott Fleming, East Kilbride. Second, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow, and third was Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. Zero, Jake Ferguson. 1, Jack Bath. 2, Aidan Nixon. 3, Ian Henderson. 4, Keir Sampson. 5, Cal McLaughlin. 6, Oliver Cartwright. Empty lane 7. 8, Oscar Mugan Sharrett. And 9, Ben Grant. Let's see who surfaces in the lead. Well, very, very difficult to pick an obvious one. It might just be Keir in lane number 4. Keir Sampson, Ian Henderson. Those two. Lanes 4 and 5, and in 9, finishing in third, Ben Grant. Was pretty tight. Ian Henderson just on a touch, 35.47, 35.49, Keir Sampson. Ben Wright, 36, dead. And coming back to the 100 free or 17 plus age group, Rory McKinnon, City Glasgow. Angus Barr, Larkhall. Avondale was second, and third, Lewis Hammond, South Ayrshire. Medals for all these last events I've just read out. They can be collected at the desk with the ladies to our right. Thanks, everyone. Heat number 4.
Heat 4, lane 0, Cole Morrison. 1, Luke Scott. 2, Finlay Cunningham. 3, Craig Shaw. 4, Ethan Stewart. 5, Fraser Walker. 6, Harry Keogh. 7, Cameron Gill. 8, Adam Thompson. And 9, Rory Webster. Coming out the turn there, I think it was the swimmer in lane 0. Cole Morrison had a good turn, but alongside him, Luke Scott from Dumfries. And over in lane 7, Cameron Gill, but the swimmer in lane 9, Rory Webster. It's very close finish here, very close amongst the boys, but it's Luke Scott Dumfries in 35.15, Craig Shaw 35.26, and Cole Morrison 35.36. Results to be confirmed, and there's the confirmation. Luke, Craig, Cole, 1, 2, and 3.
This is heat 5, lane 0, Bradley Jack from Falkirk, 1, Samuel Beetham, Bo'ness, 2, Callum MacArthur, Mackay Bearsden, 3, Yusuf Ibrahim, City of Glasgow, 4, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim, 5, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swim, 6, Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia, 7, Bailey McGinley, Grangemouth, 8, Luke McKenzie, Western Bartonshire, 9, Aidan McCavish, Bo'ness. And Nathan Campbell looking strong here in lane 4. And he will come through and take this one. Nathan's entry is 35.96. And he smashes that, 32.86. Connor Stewart in second, 33.66. And in third, it's Luke McKenzie, 34.04. And that's the official result.
Our 100 free for the girls, our medalists in the 14-year-old age group. Melissa Many, the winner from City Glasgow. Second, Addison Cole, Hamilton Bass. Third, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. And the 15-year-olds, Ellie Robertson, South Ayrshire. Susie McNair, Grangemouth. Heidi Wren, City Glasgow. Heat 6, 0 Ben King, 1 Cameron Shaw, 2 David Landman, 3 David Traynor, 4 Lewis Moyer, 5 Kyle Wong, 6 Murray McGee, 7 Ewan Wardlow, 8 Theo Mosim, and 9 Luke Garrity. Times in this one 34 to 35 seconds. Might just be lane number 5. Kyle Wong is Kyle with advantage, going nicely. Ben King over on the far side in lane 0. Between those two, Ben King in 0, Kyle Wong in 5. Kyle Wong in 5 is going to take this, finishing strongly in 7. Maybe just got second, Ewan Wardlow. That's tight between him and Ben King. It was Ewan Wardlow who got second, 32.73 for Kyle. Ewan Wardlow, 33.43, and Ben King did in fact get second, 33.43. Ewan Wardlow, 33.53, a little between the two. 16-year-old freestyle winners. First was Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swim. Second, Sarah Stewart, Mackay Bearsden. Emma Leggett, third from Hamilton Baths.
Heat 7, lane 0, Lewis Gray. 1, Dylan Cashmore. 2, Mark Watchorn. 3, Andrew McKenzie. 4, Austin Sinclair. 5, Ben Montgomery. 6, Fraser McIntosh. 7, Adam Hill. 8, Murray Dixon. And 9, Ewan Walker. As the boys come off the turn there, it's the Stirling swimmer in lane 8, Murray Dixon, I think. But a lot of stiff competition on the other side, and in fact, it's we'll just await confirmation there. Mark Watchorn, the Scotia swimmer in lane 2, who touched first in 32.76. Lewis Gray 32.94, and Austin Sinclair from Dumfries, 32.97, 1, 2, and 3.
And on to Heat 8. 0, Royas Congelis from Bells Hill. 1, Cameron Craney, Cumbernauld. 2, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. 3, Saul Callan, Scotia. 4, Callum Ferretti, Mulgai Bearsden. 5, Jake Holmes, City of Glasgow. 6, Finlay Nelson, Stranraer. 7, Lewis Condit, University of Stirling. 8, Guy Pelosi, City of Glasgow. 9, Marcus Blake, City of Glasgow. Finlay Nelson is leading at the moment. I think second at the moment, Cameron Craney. But strong swim from Finlay here, who's going to come through and take this one. And he does. 31.48, a very good time there from Finlay. A couple of seconds off his entry. And 2, Jake Holmes, 32.34. Cameron Craney, third, 32.28.
Last medalists to announce, the 17-year-old freestyle girls. First, Drew McKenzie, City Glasgow. Amber Stevenson second, Ciara Sterica third, both from South Ayrshire. So we're up to date with all our medalists. Our final heat, Heat 9. Zero, Logan van der Molen. 1, Adam Scott. 2, Max Pelosi. 3, Andrew Arthur. 4, Yusuf Batouf. 5, Dominic McCarthy. 6, Robson Miles. 7, Michael Flynn. 8, Jack Murphy. 9, Robert Burgess. Well, in the middle lane, Yusuf Batouf, Andrew Arthur in 3, and probably Dominic McCarthy in 5. That looks like the finish order. And that's how it is. Yusuf Batouf, 28.70 takes that. Andrew Arthur, 29.54. And Dominic, 29.80 in third place. So that concludes all our boys' breaststroke. That's the final event for the boys today. We still have another 9 heats of breaststroke to conclude this afternoon's swimming, so just stay with us. Hopefully we'll be about another 10-15 minutes with this. Our first heat is just about to follow. 10 go in this one, or scheduled to go in this one.
Event 407, the girls 14 and over 50 breaststroke, heat 1. No swimmer, lane 0. Lane 1, Abby Cunningham. Big birthday girl, Catherine Simpson in lane 2. Elsa Wilson, lane 3. 4, Macy Pollock. 5, Catherine Taylor. 5, Erin Connor. 5, Catherine Taylor. 6, Erin Connor. 7, Amy McGregor. 8, Chloe Mason. And 9, Laura Pilkington. And the swimmers, pretty much of a much in 5, 6, and 7. The swimmer from Western Bartonshire and the swimmer from South Ayrshire looking to come in together, but it was South Ayrshire swimmer Catherine Taylor who touched first, 41.26. Amy McGregor, Western Bartonshire, 41.33, and Elsa Wilson from Hamilton Baths in 42.32. Subject to official confirmation. Laura Pilkington finishes her race in 101.39. And the official results there, Catherine Taylor, Amy McGregor and Elsa Wilson, 1, 2 and 3.
This is heat 2, lane 0, Sarah Aitken, Falkirk, 1, Rachel Johnson, Cumbernauld, 2, Anna McLafferty and Reclyde, 3, Katie Stark, East Kilbride, 4, Rona Ferguson, Ren 96, 5, Rebecca Strachan, Larkhall, 6, Carly Brady, Glasgow, 7, Rose McDermott, Kirkintilloch, 8, Emma Miller, Kintyre, 9, Emily Taylor, South Ayrshire. And it looks like a line of girls turn at the same time there, but coming out of the turn in front is Anna McLafferty from Inverclyde. And she's maybe just got her nose in front just now. And she does. Anna looks as if she's going to come through and take this ahead of lane 6, which is who's Carly Brady. And it's Anna McLafferty, 40.38. Carly Brady, 40.77. Rose McDermott, 41. Oh, I beg your pardon. That's changed order. Fiona Ferguson in third place with 40.93.
So just 7 more heats to go. I think we might have an empty lane perhaps in this one. Lane 0, Rebecca Sent, 1, Millie Barton. We have an empty lane in 2, Innes Scott 3, 4, Anna Dixon, 5, Joanna Calder, 6, Lily McCarry, 7, Lucy McNally, 8, Emma Chambers, and 9, Caitlin Hamilton. Lane number 1, Millie Barton going well. Also up there, Emma Chambers, Nate, Lucy McNally, and Lily McCartney in 7 and 6. Coming through is lane number 1, Millie Barton. It's very tight. Looks like it might have been lane 6, Lily McCarry from Millie Barton and Emma Chambers. That was a pretty close at the touch. Millie Barton just took that, 38.59. Second place, Lily McCarry and Emma Chambers, 38.89. Unfortunately, the disqualification in that last heat. Lane number 3 for a technical infraction. So we move on to heat number 4.
Heat 4, lane 0, Iona Morrison, 1, Katie Towers, 2, Melissa Menney, 3, Heather Stewart, 4, Charlotte Jones, 5, Coco Croxford, 6, Addison Cole, 7, Tiana Greenshields, 8, Hannah Edmondson, and 9, Millie Colvin. Let's see who comes out of the turn here. And it's the swimmer over in lane 1, Katie Towers, who surfaced first there, but we have swimmers from Hamilton Baths and City of Glasgow in 7 and 8, Tiana and Hannah. And the finishing order there is Just to wait official confirmation. It was Hannah, City of Glasgow, 36.74, Katie, 37.24, and Tiana, 37.51, 1, 2, and 3.
Heat 5, lane 0, birthday girl Emma McGavin from Hamilton. 1, Erin Hughes, Bellshill. 2, Freya Beaton, City of Glasgow. 3, Gracie Goodall, Weston Barton. 4, Cassie Wiper, Glasgow. 5, Miriam Gibbs, Stranraer. 6, Evie Judge, Kintyre. 7, Kimberly Willis, South Ayrshire. 8, Ellie Louise Kennedy, City of Glasgow. And 9, Brooke Rogerson, Dumfries. Grace Goodall from Weston Barton, looking very strong at the moment. Just outside her, Cassie Wiper coming up as well, but Gracie will take this one in a time of 35.98 for Gracie. Second, Evie Judge, 36.75, and third, Cassie Wiper, 36.78. And that's an official result.
A good PB there for Gracie, almost 2 seconds. Heat 6, 0 Alan Wilson, 1 Madison Gallagher, 2 Lexine McCappin, 3 Ciara Hart, 4 Madeline Patterson, 5 Caris Mooney, 6 Julie Dunn, 7 Keeza McCappin, 8 Ailey McNair, 9 Abigail Fell. Good start, Alana Wilson, Bellshill Sharks over on that far side in lane 0, and a super turn from her. Half a metre ahead, Madison Gallagher in 1 going well. It might be 1, 2 coming through strongly in 5 is Caris Mooney, and also in 8 Ailey McNair. Ailey McNair maybe it's in 2nd place, and Caris Moody in 3rd. But I think Alana Wilson, Bellshill Sharks, took that one. Winning time 35.98, very same as the previous heat. Ailey McNair was indeed 2nd, and Caris Moody 3rd, 36.88 and 37.13 respectively. So time still to beat, 35.98. As we move on to the last of the 3 heats.
Heat 7, lane 0, Drew McKenzie. 1, Millie Donachie. 2, Ava McDermott. 3, Katie Caldwell. 4, Leah Bullock. 5, Lucy Nimmo. Empty lane 6. 7, Tara Montgomery. 8, Heidi Wren. 9, Alice Cumming. Coming out of the turn there, it's the swimmer Drew McKenzie, 17-year-old from the City of Glasgow, over in lane 0. But in the centre of the pool, looks like she's going to be caught by the swimmer from East Kilbride, Leah Bullock. And in fact, it was Leah that took that, 35.29, Drew 35.58 in 2nd, and Lucy Nimmo in lane 5 in 35.73. The official results: Leah, Drew, Lucy, 1, 2, and 3.
Heat 8, lane 0, Susie McNair. 1, Ailey MacArthur. 2, Amelia Ray. 3, Emma Kennedy. 4, Abigail Thompson. 5, Katie Brennan. 6, Perry Scobie. 7, Carla Brawley. 8, Isabel Kendall. And 9, Ava Kirkham. And who's first to the turn? Too close to call there. We'll see who comes out the turn first. I think it's Katie Brennan, possibly lane 5, or maybe Susie McNair in 0. So Susie McNair looking good, as is Amelia Ray, but coming through at the finish here, it is Abby Thompson in lane 4, 35.86. In fact, it's a dead heat between Abby and Katie Brennan, both 35.86. And in third, Susie McNair, 35.97.
Well, on to our very last heat, heat 9. Good luck, ladies. Amy McLeod in 0, Megan Ruddy 1, Beth Hunter 2, Sashka Wade 3, Kira Sterica 4, Kira Davidson 4, Kira Sterica 5, Ailey Robertson 6, Heather Lees 7, Molly Cannon 8, and Rebecca Cole 9. Oh, good to see Heather Lees 23, still competing with the best in lane 7, but she's got a lot to do to get anywhere near Kira Davison. Kira Sterica in 5, just shades it. Sashka Wade in 3. Here comes Kira Davison with a late charge in 4. Oh, it's on the touch here. Oh, who gets that? I think it might have just been Kira Davison from Kira Sterica, Sashka Wade. That was nip and tuck there. It was Kira Davison with a slightly longer arm stretch, 33.47. Kira Sterica, 33.62. Not much between the other two lanes. Ailey Robertson snatches third, 33.92, ahead of Sashka Wade, 34.03. Thank you, ladies. Fantastic finish to this afternoon's proceedings. Just like to thank everyone who've joined us on the live stream over the last couple of days. We're back here at Tollcross in a fortnight's time, the 19th, 20th, so if you're around, please join us. Big thanks to Jackie Smith, to Stuart Stevenson, and from myself, Robert Taylor. Those of you joining us on the live stream, thanks for being with us at Tollcross International Swimming Centre. And from myself, Robert Taylor, goodbye.